Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to my channel. I am Lola, your Empress of Love, and I am giving you the tea on love and romance. I'd like to say to those of you Scorpios that have liked, subscribed, and booked personal readings, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd also like to invite those of you that would like to get a personal reading to please go to www.whatsthettarot.com and book your personal readings. I offer same-day readings as well as readings by appointment. Okay, Scorpios, let's get started. Now, today we will be reading for September 2017, and your first card up is a card that I pulled to give me some insight as to what's going on with you for this time frame, to give me sort of, kind of uh, a basic understanding of where you are, and what's your main focus as it relates to love and romance at this time. Now, that first card up is the Judgment card. The Judgment card, Scorpios, for some of you, you will find that you may be feeling like if you want to question whether you want to continue either seeing the person that you are currently seeing, staying with the person that you're currently with, or maybe even dating a person for a second time or what have you. But you will be thinking twice about continuing things with the person that you're with as it is. Gabriel here is blowing the horn as if he is waking up the dead, so to speak. So the Judgment card is the card of awakening, and it is calling you to attention about things in your life that need to be paid attention to. Some of you Scorpios may feel as if you are actually waking from the dead as it relates to love and romance. In business, you may feel that you're doing okay and that you really don't have too many complaints about work and career, business, but for some of you Scorpios, you will feel very sad as it relates to matters of the heart, because you'll feel that there's someone that you just feel that you can't shake, that you just can't stop loving, or you feel that you won't ever stop loving that person. And for some of you Scorpios, you will begin to feel that you are, as I said, coming back from the dead. You will feel like if you are going into a different phase of life, could be on a spiritual aspect, that you are looking at things differently as it relates to love and romance, and that you want things different for yourself. You will find that things are going to be different for yourself. You're going to see that it is as if, for those of you that are in current relationships that were stale, you're going to see that these stale relationships are going to be rejuvenated. They're going to come alive. They're going to arise from the dead. They're going to be revised. And for those of you that may not have been in a relationship for a long time, you are going to find a new partner or move in a different direction. Some of you will be getting rid of the old and ushering in the new, as Gabriel blows his horn to awaken you from the dead, so to speak. You will begin to feel like you have new life. Some of you may have even said to yourself, as it relates to love and romance, wow, I feel dead inside. I don't feel alive in that part of your life. And many of you, this has been going on for a while, but the Judgment card indicates that after a period of suffering, you are going to come into a place of renewal, rejuvenation. Um, you're going to be revised, and things are just going to be different for you. As I said, you will feel as if you are awakening from the dead. Um, some of you Scorpios, um, you're going to really, really, really know that where you were is so different from where you are coming into, that that's your best explanation. You will say, I feel like I was dead and now I'm alive. Okay? Um, the next card up is the Wheel of Fortune card, and this card I pulled to give me what I use as, say, as a follow-up card as it relates to the first card relating to love and romance. And the Wheel of Fortune card is the card of fate. And the card of fate with the Wheel of Fortune, as the wheel turns, your fate is what it is as it relates to love and romance. If you have been in a situation where things were good for you, Scorpios, in love and romance, then you may become, or you may come into the realization of some challenges, because as the wheel of fortune turns in fate, it turns from whatever was going on, it changes. Okay? So, as I said, if you were in what you would consider to be a pretty decent relationship, then expect some challenges. Okay? If, however, you were in a relationship that was not good, expect that things are going to change, and it's going to be better than ever, better than you could ever imagine. Okay? Because the fate card deals fate to you. It's one of those things where it is not the card that says, okay, if you've done good, you're going to reap your reward. If you've done poorly, you're going to deal with the consequences. It's not the card of justice. It is the card of fate that says you didn't have to do anything. It's like the wind blowing. The way that the wheel turns is the way that things are going to happen for you. If you were in a good position, things will turn that you will now start to deal with challenges. And don't be afraid of challenges, because challenges cause you to grow. Doesn't feel that way when you're going through it, but that's what they're there for. However, if things were not so good for you, as the wheel of fate turns, it turns in your favor, and things are better than ever. That's what the Wheel of Fortune card represents. It's saying that this is by fate, and you had nothing to do with it. It wasn't about your good deeds. It wasn't about your misdealings. It wasn't about anything that you did. It came from the powers that be. So, look forward to any of you Scorpios that have had challenges in your relationship, that you are going to be going into a new place where things are going to be getting better, and as I said, better than you could ever imagine, and you will be in a place where everything will be new for you. New experiences, some of you new partners, and those of you that are in relationships, you will have a newfound love in your relationship, or newfound joy in your relationship. Things will be rejuvenated, regenerated, renewed, new direction, redirection, just better in every sense of the word. Okay. The next card up is the card that comes from the Take It Tarot for the Heart deck, and this is the book that comes with it. And You have the number 18, and the number 18 is the card's name is Confront. And Confront card says you have your keywords that says fear, question, explore, courage, illusion, clarity. Introspection and clarity are important at this time. Feelings that have lain dormant are now coming to the surface. They have been part of your subconscious for some time. They are referred to as your shadow self and represent all of your fears and delusions regarding matters of the heart. You may have concerns about examining these issues, but know that when an issue rises to the surface, it's ready to be faced and healed. Have the courage to acknowledge and confront these newly emerging feelings. Look at them from all sides and try to determine where they came from, where they first came from. When and how were they planted in your subconscious? Question the validity of these feelings. Often they were based on your childhood imagination and are no more than illusions. They're not appropriate for adult relationships, yet they persist. They're not based on reality, but their powerful influences can affect your relationships in major ways. They can even prevent a romantic relationship from manifesting. Have the courage to explore your beliefs and misconceptions about love. I'll read that again. Have the courage to explore your beliefs and misconceptions about love. You may find that these emerging feelings are based not only on your limited perceptions, but also on what you actually saw or experienced as a child. Know that whatever your reality was then, it does not have to be your reality now. You are no longer that person. Examine these feelings and gain clarity on who you are and what's true for you regarding your relationships. And the affirmation here, Scorpios, would be I examine my feelings about relationships and release what is no longer my truth. I'll read that again. I examine my feelings about relationships and release what is no longer my truth. And here, the Confront card, it corresponds with the traditional tarot, the Moon card. And the Moon card is a card about disillusionment. It's about revealing things that are hidden. It's about the light in the darkness. It's about the moon being the light that gives us light by night. So it's about revealing those things that may have been hidden for long periods of time, bringing it to the surface so that, as the book says, we can deal with it and get it healed and get rid of it. Okay? So the next card you have up is the card that comes from this deck, um, which is the Quick and Easy deck. And those of you that have viewed my previous videos, you will know that I gave you a personal story about this particular deck, the Quick and Easy deck. I had the experience of each time I would pull a card, each card would get worse than the card before. And I wanted to burn this deck. Believe me when I tell you. I just wanted to get rid of it because I couldn't stand it. I happened to be going through a rough time in my life at the time, and it was just horrible. But the one thing I can say about these cards is that they were accurate, and because of their accuracy, I was able to brace myself, prepare myself, and keep it together. Being forewarned made me forearmed for the situations and challenges that I had to deal with and face. Okay? And I got through it. And it happened to be a learning place that I was in. So, I mean, I say that now, and I mean, you know, it is what it is. But when I was going through it, believe me, it was not fun. But I know now that it was all a learning experience, and I'm glad I went through it. Also, I'd like to say to those of you Scorpios that would like to get into reading for yourself, your friends and family, what have you, this is a good deck to start with because it has the words on the front. It also has the reverse as well as the upright position to help you in your interpreting the meanings of the cards. This particular deck does not cover just love and romance per se. It kind of covers a little bit of everything. Um, but it does help to get to learn and understand the meanings of the cards, okay? Um, Scorpios, the card that you have is the World card, okay? And it's in the upright position, and I'm going to read to you what it says. Um, and these words are very tiny on here. Take a look, see. See what I mean? They're very tiny, okay? Now, it says here, you will enter a period of great happiness and positive events. The pieces fall into place. Goals are achieved. Unexpected sum of money come your way. Travel or vacation. Possible change of residence or job. Sense of fulfillment and inner peace from helping the less fortunate. Whatever you give will be returned to you many times over. Okay? The World card also represents completeness. Generally, when you get this World card, you may have thought about getting rid of your partner, and some of you Scorpios may very well do just that. It's I like to call it the cleaning out your closet card because it's a card of completeness, because it's a card that says that something that you may have been dealing with for a very, very long time is now changing. It is now coming full circle. This card, the World card, leaves you, and many times Scorpios, feeling as if you're sitting on top of the world, because something that has been painful or agreeable, discomfortable, may have caused you discomfort or what have you for a long period of time. As in, some of you may have been without a partner for a long time or something like that. The World card comes about to say that all that's going to change, and it's all going to change for the better, and that whatever long-standing issues that you may have had will be changing for the better, and you will feel as though, as I said, you're sitting on top of the world because you will have made a completeness about something in your life. Now, that concludes that part of the reading for you Scorpios. I want you to pay attention to the fact that whatever is going on with you Scorpios, it's going to be going on in a major way in the love and romance categories for you, some of you Scorpios, because you have each card that I pull is a major arcana card, and it is indicating that you will feel things in a major way, fast, probably right now, and in a deep way. So keep that in mind, okay? But as I said, I'm going to conclude this part of the reading, and I'm going to move on to the next part of the reading where I read from the Tea Life fortune cards, and this is the box that they come in, okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and move these cards out of the way. And the first card up you have, Scorpios, will be the Cane card. The Cane card is calling you Scorpios, some of you, to pay attention to your health. It's indicating that you may be taking on too much. You may be taking on too much responsibility, burning the candle at both ends. And this card, the Cane card, is telling you it is time for you to slow down. Take a load off. And lean on the cane for assurance, and you're getting some rest. Take care and pay attention to your health, that you're not overdoing it, okay? The next card you have is the Whale card. The Whale card says, great worry over nothing. This Whale card indicates that the whale is swimming along. Yeah, he's big and, what have you. But he's not paying attention to you. He's not thinking about you. He's doing his thing in the ocean, in the aquarium, wherever. He's not thinking about you. So this is a card that I would call a unfounded fear card. That you're worrying about something that's going to amount to nothing. So pay attention to that. Then you have the bread card. The bread card is a card that indicates a period of prosperity and abundance. Here you have a loaf of fresh bread, piping hot, still steaming, just came out of the oven, along with a sack of flour on the table that's spilling over. The sack of flour that's spilling over is indicating that you have reaped the harvest from your hard work and that you are in a good place. In the back in the day, they used to call bread money. You got some bread, man? You know, that type of thing. Well, this card indicates that you have the potential to make bread and sell it, or make something and sell it, or and that you have a great harvest and you will have plenty to work with or plenty to live off of, because this card is a card of prosperity and abundance. This is a period of prosperity and abundance. So keep that in mind. Then you have the ear card. The ear card talks about having heard some good news about something. This card lets you know that something that you are going to hear is going to bring you good news. It's going to cause you to feel as though the negative is going to be changed into the positive. It's also going to give you a good attitude toward things that may have been negative in your past, and now you're going to look at things from a perspective of looking on the bright side of things and no longer looking at things from the dark side, because you're going to be hearing some good news. Then you have the Tiger card. The Tiger card is warning you about doing something risky or taking a chance. The Tiger card here is indicating that you're going to be trying to fondle someone that may not be such a good friend or such a friendly, have a friendly way about his or herself, and you're going to be trying to get on their better side by trying to fondle them, trying to smooch them, trying to befriend them, and taking a risk and putting yourself out there for this person. As the tiger is being fondled, the tiger is still a tiger by nature. And the tiger has two minds, so to speak. It's enjoying being stroked, being fondled, because it feels good. However, the natural nature of the tiger is to bite you. So that's why this tiger card is indicating that you're taking a risk with someone that is really not in your corner, really not in your favor, and you're trying to get on their better side. But the tiger card is warning you to think long and hard before you take this risk. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to sleep with someone because you think that it's going to make them like you more? If they're not worth it, get rid of them. Keep it moving. Because they may give you something you can't get rid of. That could be the risk. So the tiger card is telling you, before you befriend someone that's dangerous, think about the risk that you're taking. Okay? Then you have the claw card that says, be careful. Do not take risks. Okay? The claw card is telling you it is not worth it. The claw card is saying to you, Scorpios, that Now is not the time to take risks of any sort. Do not take risks. Do not take calculated risks. Do not take risks of any sort whatsoever. Be careful. Be sure. Do not take risks. Don't get yourself tied up in money scams. Don't get yourself tied up in relationship debacles. Just be careful and be certain. That's what the clock card is telling you to do. Then you have the bird flying card. The bird flying card is news that's on the way. Now, the news that's on the way that the bird flying card is bringing, we don't know if it's good news, if it's bad news, or what type of news. All we know that it is news on the way. Now, because it is next to the cane card, which talks about you paying attention to your health, I'm going to say that you may get some news pertaining to your health. So pay attention to that, Scorpios. And for some of you, you will be dealing with the staff. The staff indicates that you will be taken care of in difficult times, meaning that you will have what some might say some invisible help, some help that you did not expect, some help that you didn't see coming, almost like like an invisible shepherd guiding you or helping you through whatever it is that you need help with through difficult times. One could also say that, as David the psalmist said in the 23rd Psalm, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. So the staff will be there to take care of you in difficult times. So keep that in mind. And because the staff card is next to the well, and the well card is talking about you worrying about things that you don't have to worry about, or worrying for nothing, so to speak. It says great worry over nothing, okay? And you have the staff card that says that you'll be taken care of in difficult times. That says that whatever issues that you're worrying about, some of you Scorpios, it's going to be resolved in your favor, okay? Then you have the ring card. The ring card indicates a marriage will take place either in a romantic or a business sense. So either someone that you know, Scorpios, are going to be getting married, or some of you Scorpios, you yourselves will be getting married. You have the roses that indicate romantic love here, as well as some lilies that indicate spiritual love as well. Some of you will be entering into a business with someone, and it will be as a marriage of some sorts. So pay attention to that. Either some of you Scorpios, you yourselves are getting married, someone you know is going to be getting married, or some of you will be entering into businesses that will operate as a marriage, okay? Or you will consider the business to be a marriage. Then you have the torch. The torch card indicates spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. The torch here, Scorpios, it comes to light the way for all darkness. Whatever things that you may have been in the dark about, it could have been in your entire life, something that you wanted to know you never knew. You're going to be finding things out that you never knew. Anything that has been hidden from you, Scorpios, here, take a look at the torch card. The torch card is bringing it to life for you. You are going to be in the know about everything, okay? And this is coming from above, I would say, because it's talking about spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Now remember, we started out with the awareness card, right? The judgment card, Gabriel is making you aware. The awakening card, the card that wakes you up from the dead, so to speak, okay? So you're going to be enlightened in a way like you've never been enlightened before in this time frame. Just be prepared, okay? Then you have the Pale. The Pale card talks about time to get out of a situation. The contents of this pail has been spilled onto the ground, and the Pale card is saying to you, as this contents of this pail has been spilled onto the ground, it may be time for some of you Scorpios to get out. Get out. You may be in a situation where you know things aren't working out, and you know that they're not going to get any better. This card is saying it is time. It could be on any level. For some of you, even though this is a love and romance reading, it could be dealing with a job situation, dealing with a poverty situation. It's time for you to start making some money. It's time for you to get up, dust it off, and put it to work. All right? That's what the Pale card is talking about. Time to get out of a situation. Then you have the Man card. Okay? The Man card is talking about dealing with a man or having a relationship with a man. It doesn't indicate whether the man is a friend or a foe, but it indicates that it will be a significance in your life in dealing with this man. Now, with the Tiger card and the Pale card, the Tiger talks about you taking a chance or taking a risk, right? And it's talking about, with the Pale card, time to get out of a situation. So I would say, don't take the risk to get on the better side of someone that you know don't mean you well. It's time to let it go. Cut all ties. Get rid of it. All right? And with the Man card being next to the Claw card that is adamantly telling you, be careful, do not take any risks. I would say, if you have issues with a man in your life, or there's a situation with a man in your life on any level, I'm going to say, don't take any risks with this person. And this is not just for females. It could be in a business dealings with man to man or woman to man, what have you. It could be relationship wise, you know, however it is. I'm going to say that the dealings that the Claw card is warning you to not take risks with may very well have to do with a man. Okay? Now, the last and final card that you have, Scorpios, some of you will be receiving a gift. The gift is not been revealed to you yet, because the box that this gift comes in, this card is the box card, and the box card has a gift on it, but it has a lock on it, which says that it is a gift that you don't know about, you don't see it coming. It is unexpected, so to speak, or it is a surprise because it is locked away in this box, but you will be receiving a gift. It could be a gift of good news. It could be a spiritual gift, spiritual enlightenment. It could be the gift of courage to get out of a situation that you felt that you were tied to and could not get out of. But it will very well be a gift coming to you, some of you Scorpios. And that will conclude your reading at this time, Scorpios. I'm going to invite you again to go to www.whatsthettarot.com to book your personal reading. Again, I offer same-day readings as well as readings by appointment. So until next time, Scorpios, I'm going to say ciao for now.